Hey everyone, and welcome to day 8 of the Audiology agency launch. Today I want to talk a little bit about how we're going to differentiate ourselves from the competition, because I think, like any business, it's really, really important to establish this. I think a lot of businesses leave a lot of money on the table by just saying, we offer a service that someone else offers. The challenge with that, and the big problem you're going to run into, is you now compete with everyone else that prices themselves for that service. And so it's kind of a race to the bottom. We manage the digital marketing, we do XYZ. Well, how much do you charge? What percentage of the advertising fee do you charge? 15%. Well, this guy charges 12. So you're kind of in a race to the bottom when you have a service that doesn't have a point of differentiation. So it's really important, if you're starting something, to try and figure out what is it that's unique to you. How do you deliver something that's different than other people? In this case, so I deal with a lot of people in kind of a one-on-one kind of coaching or consulting environment. That's a little bit different because, usually you're the unique value proposition, your experience, your knowledge, and the way that you view the world and view how their challenges arise. So you can't really do that with a service-based company like this, where Mike's going to be very hands-off. I'm not going to be, a high touch point. I'll be selling for now, but I intend to remove myself from selling. So what is it going to be? What makes us stand out? Because everyone's going to do the same shit. That's the bottom line. Everybody's going to run Google ads, Facebook ads. They're going to try remarketing. They're going to do SEO. So all of those are kind of just standard items, and you're not going to stand out by saying, I do Facebook ads better than that guy does Facebook ads. It's kind of weak. So what I came up with is that our unique selling proposition is that we are going to work with only one clinic per city. Our intention with that would be to dominate everybody else. We will not take on anyone else within that same city. We're just going to have you take over that whole space and just take customers from everybody. So that, I think, will give people some security in wanting to work with us. Hey, if they're working hard for me and they're not helping the guy down the street, I know that I'm being prioritized. I know that I'm their number one priority. How I'm going to structure this is, I wanted to make sure that there was enough inventory and enough people that would make this business viable to be able to do it. So I looked at some census data of US cities that are between 250,000 and under 1 million. So between 250,000 and sub 1 million. And there's about 78 cities in the US that fall into that category. And for me, with the margins and what I'm going to charge, 78, even if we got to half of that, it's a multi-million-dollar business. And so my intent is to, I want to lock in that 15 to 20 so I can give myself that exit strategy, that payment window. But there's plenty of people to be able to do it. And so that's kind of why I was comfortable pursuing this strategy. So a couple notes with this, a couple reasons why it's helpful and it will work, or I think it will work anyway. Limited spots create scarcity and helps push a decision, right? If there's only one spot available and they know that you're talking to other clinics in that area, hey, I talked to clinic A, B, C, D, which I will. I'm gonna reach out to every clinic in those cities and kind of pit them up against each other and see who wants to take it. So it'll help me close deals faster when people feel like, I don't want Ted down the street to win. I don't want him to beat me. From a retention standpoint, I got this idea from Kevin Dabrowski, who's a pricing coach. He suggested that I lock them in only monthly, potentially even give them a lifetime price freeze, but they can have their spot forever. But if they ever leave, they can never come back. I know this can work really well with certain things. I don't know if it fits with mine, so I'm still vetting this process a little bit. I don't know if I'm going to move forward with that or if I'm just going to do the monthly lock-in and offer them a price freeze. I think we can deliver amazing results based on what we're charging, to the point where if they understand how it's working, they won't have a temptation to leave. So going forward now, I'm going to bring this to my copywriter and figure out how we can articulate this, how we can say it without sounding too salesy. But we do want to make them feel the pressure of, you better make this decision or your competition will. So we'll see how it goes.